I think we're warming to his honesty, aren't we, Ian, the way he calls it. But in modern-day football, the reality is that the players have to get the crowd going. That's more often than not what it is these days.
Well, I think that 3 up after 20 minutes, they pretty much done their job, didn't they? So, you know, he seems to be digging out the crowd there. But, like, again, I don't think it's a massive deal. You know, it's a Wales side that didn't play particularly well, especially in the first half. I think that the fans maybe saw that. But, again, you know, you've got the England manager who's saying, you know, just give us a little bit more. You know, 3-0 after 20 minutes, you kind of like... I think you deserve a little bit more. With
the best will in the world, any game when you're 3 up after 20 minutes, does a little bit of that edge and jeopardy go as a player?
Yeah, it can be. It can happen, and that's what you're hoping the players can drive it on. But, yeah, it's a balancing act. Yeah, you need support as well, but it's a friendly. The game's over after 20 minutes, so people are going to switch off a little bit. Even we're watching the second half, we're thinking, come on, we're from the subs or a bit more from Wales. So I think it's just one of them nights you kind of have to write off. But also for the manager to... I think when you're winning, you're in a strong position... I suppose you can criticise anybody. He's criticised brilliant players over the last few months about the squad, and now he's having to go to supporters, maybe just trying to G up everybody, and I've no problem with that.
No, absolutely. Just one more on England. If you think, if everyone's fit, Kane through the middle, Saka on the right, is that left wing position still very much up for grabs, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Especially, you know, you see Gordon, you know, kind of, you know, he starts, you kind of, you don't really see it, you don't see it yet. You know, Marcus is always there to come on as well, but there isn't anyone that's put a real stamp and marker down and say, yeah, I'm going to make sure I make that left side mine. So, yeah, there's a left side still up for grabs for someone. Right,
what's Craig Bellamy's approach tactically on Monday night?
Well, like I said, he'll have a look back at the game, him and the staff. I'm not sure he'll overthink it, like I said, and deliver too much back to the players. He's done all right up to now, to this moment, so he'll look back onto what's got him the success up to now and make sure there's a game plan ready to go and get the win that they need on Monday. They've had a great performance against them away from home, don't forget, and scored goals, so they'll take encouragement from
Rob, you know what, I thought, you know, with all due respect to the big man up top, is it Kiefer? I thought they'd done a lot better in the second half. It seemed to play through, then they got the ball wide. They got those crosses in, so maybe you might look at that, maybe.
It's funny, right, when you sort of... It takes the pressure off a little bit. When you've got Kiefer up top, you know that you've always got that out. Right. You know you can always play off the front. You do try to play a little bit more, and they surprise themselves that when they do try to play, they're capable of doing it. And,
but it's very easy to play when you're 3-0 down.
Yeah.
It's playing when it's
shackles are off a little bit,
And the other team, England, have obviously eased off a little bit. Very easy then.
The way that he approached the game was very positive today, very positive tactically. Will he adapt just as much a positive mindset, do you think, on Monday? Or will he be, bearing in mind what happened in the first 20 minutes, be a little bit more reticent to be quite so attacking on Monday?
If you come to England, if you come to play England at Wembley with a 6 and 2 attacking midfielders in front, he's going to do it at home. That would be my guess. Against a very good Belgium team that he knows he can score goals at already, away from home. So he won't change his... I don't think he'll change his thinking. I think he'll be very, have a positive approach to Monday's game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they need. What about England in Latvia? We think Kane probably will be fit enough, so he'll come straight back in. Any other changes that you would foresee?
No, not really. Maybe, I don't know. You might see Miles Lewis-Skelly and the left back. You're not sure. You know, might see that, you know. But in the main, you know, you look at him, he seems to like who he's playing. You know, Morgan Rogers might play again. Hopefully he will. You know, unfortunately for Ollie Watkins, he got injured. It would have been good to see him maybe get another game or so as he can, you know, kind of cement himself in there properly. Because we know he'll probably go, but he wants to go there with confidence and play with confidence. So, you know, it's unfortunate for him. But at the moment, I think that England are in a good place.
That Anderson, Rice, Rogers, I think we'll see that again, won't we, that triangle? No reason not to on Tuesday.
Yeah, there's a nice balance to it. They've got momentum, they've got nice chemistry between them, but that can easily be lost. So they've got to keep the right attitude up for the game on Tuesday and keep that momentum going. Things are going well for England. You know, don't slacken off now.
Absolutely. England have a chance to qualify as well next week. And I know England qualify regularly now, but they didn't always qualify regularly.
No,
Don't take it for granted.
Absolutely, yeah.
Roy will tell us England weren't there in 1994.
That's right.
Yeah. And 74.
And 78. Well, we're there.
78.
Rob,
a clear identity, Bukayo, to the team now that's building.
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, can see the manager's values and what he wants in the team and how much of a team he wants us to be, and he makes it very clear. So I think we'll show that again today. I think he'll be very happy with a big percentage of the game, maybe not towards the end, but yeah.
Well done tonight, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
the people who are here, the people who aren't here, you can never be too comfortable in this team. That's what Morgan Rogers said. That internal competition is going to drive this team on, you think?
Surely it's an international team, that's what you want, because that's how you're going to perform and go on to hopefully win the big trophies. You want competition in the team, and I thought he was very good with what he said there. I thought he was very balanced with what he said, because obviously with Jude not being involved and him coming in and playing and scoring his first goal, you know, the narrative will be, oh, he's come in and what's going to happen. You know, the fact is he's level enough to know that he's just got to keep performing to stay in there himself. That's the main thing.
We had a few shots of Thomas Tuchel in the second half. Looked a bit animated. Do you think to some extent he might be a bit frustrated by the second half?
Yeah, he might be, but it's difficult. You're making all the changes, and obviously Wales then did sit in, and Wales were obviously happy to kind of, in a sense, to lose 3-0, even though they create 1 or 2 chances. Yeah, I think he'll be a little bit frustrated, but that's part of management. He would have been delighted with the start. Look at the subs coming on. But that's the life of a manager. You're 3-0 up, but he's still frustrated because he sets high standards. It's still a good message to send the players. It'd be interesting to hear what he says after the game, because we know what he's like. He seems quite an impatient type of guy, but that's what we like about him. But overall, I think he'll be pleased enough and keep that momentum and that feel-good factor going into the next game.
He wouldn't be a poker player, would he?
No, but I think that's why people kind of like him, and I think that's why it looks like obviously the players enjoy working with him,
because they know exactly where they stand.
Yeah, you want a bit of honesty from a manager. And he doesn't necessarily always look to throw him under the bus, but he's putting demands on him, and the good players enjoy that. They want them challenges from a manager.
A lot better from Wales in the second half. Had a couple of half chances as well.
Yeah, they did.
All in all, I mean, bearing in mind what happened in the first half, I think Craig Bellamy will get out here and go, OK, it wasn't great first half, we move on to Monday.
You'd be disappointed with the first half, of course, and I think there are some positives to take out the second half. You know, I think Pickford's made 2 great saves, and we should score from the header. Mark Harris has just come on. I think it was great link play. He gets the ball wide. David Brooks has put an unbelievable ball into the box. That's Brooksy there, back post getting it, and Sparky will be disappointed with the header. So they've had a better second half, give a better account of themselves second half.
Well, do you know, it's credit to Pickford as well. I've been critical of him over the years, but when he doesn't get much to do, but when he's called upon, sign of a good goalkeeper, good concentration levels.
This is the one, isn't it? As Rob says, what a ball that is.
You know what? I don't know if they would have given it. I don't know if he'd push him in the back, but I think that he's just got it all wrong. In the end, he's kind of behind it, and you know, it's a great ball. It's at a great height. You just got to get your forehead on that, get it on target. And, you know, it's just a poor finish, really.
Yeah. The damage done in the first half, obviously, from Wales' point of view. Well, and England know, well, this competition for places up front. 5-0 last time, 3-0 this time. You need to put down a marker as one of those attacking players.
Well, ideally, you know, you see, you look at Ollie Watkins. He scored a goal, but like, you know, unfortunately, he's had to go off. So where does that leave him? In respects of, he's probably will be in the squads and probably be, you know, you'll have to say he's going to be in the squad for the World Cup, but you know, he wants to get a run at it. He wants to have a real run and play some games and feel like, if Harry Kane's not playing, I am going to be the one.
I am definitely the next cab off.
That's what he needs. And you know, even here, you know, sniffing this out, it's not many times in an international game you're going to get 2 touches on a yard out from goal. So you can see where Wales were in that respect. But you've got to be there to finish that. You know, you've got to be there to finish that. Hopefully you get confidence from it and get momentum and his season will start.
Saka, you can see what it meant to him and the relief to him.
Yeah, it's a big boost for him. You can see it after the game. He's going to come and probably get back up to speed. We've seen him doing this many times. Fantastic. Poor from Wales. You give Saka time like this, the quality, gets his foot around at the pace. As soon as he left his foot, you know, he's going in the back of the net. And the challenge from within the English squad is great. And Wright make the point about getting the squad. But the top, like, you want to be in that starting 11. Yeah. That's the big challenge for you. And getting in the 11 and staying there.
Do you think that Craig Bellamy's got a decent idea of the way he wants to line up on Monday? Because this is so key, this game. We should just tell everybody that Wales's performance in the Nations League was so good that even if they don't win the group and qualify automatically, they've every chance of a playoff game. But clearly they want to beat Belgium and try and qualify automatically.
100%, of course they will. They want to finish top of the group, let me tell you. And if they finish second, great. If not, they have got the luxury of a playoff because of the Nations League. But he'll have learnt a lot from tonight's game. And that's what it would have been about. He won't overthink it. He'll draw a line under it and move on to Monday. And full focus will now be on Monday, no doubt. But Craig and his staff would have learnt a lot last night. Because I think, taking Belgium aside, I think this is the first real test that they've had against top opposition. So lessons learned from tonight.
Yep.